For battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Happy Monday, everyone. This evening, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Let's take a look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Green. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And for Utah, they've got Yusuf Nurkic. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Keontae George. Then there's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
And that stride that you see from Giannis is just so effective out there getting around defenders.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Antetokounmpo against Collins. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Smart play getting Nurkic the ball after the screen and roll. He dives towards the basket and gets the pass in a perfect spot deep in the lane.
Now here's Lillard. Antetokounmpo up top. Excellent D there from Collins. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Sensabaugh. 23 points his last outing. He gets it in there.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Lillard against George. Kuzma outside. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And it's Utah with the ball, following the score by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo against Collins. Pass to Clarkson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism to play lockdown D.
Here's Green. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Green's got 5 now.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. The Bucks, second.
Any chance this team gets to run, they take. A quick, athletic team on the break.
Here's Collins. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Oh, there's the alley. Stolen by Collins. Here's the break. Here's Sensabaugh. No good on the three. Green against Clarkson. On the attack, Green. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. 7 points in the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's George. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. No problems knocking that one down.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that three-point range.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. George against Lillard. Outside, Green for three. They get it again. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
And the Jazz with possession here. 6-point game. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 23 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Clarkson. 14 points for him last game against Memphis. Shot clock at 3. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah with another miss. The Bucks leading by 8. Green in the post. Collins defending. Tipped. And that'll be Milwaukee's ball as it goes out of bounds. Bucks able to keep the possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
On defense, the Jazz. Kuzma for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Kuzma's got 5 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. Taking a look at Milwaukee, they're currently in 4th place and trying their best to get a better seeding.
Seeing where the Bucks are, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Now here's George. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. To win the run, Giannis with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
It's Kuzma with the miss. Jazz trail by 11. Pass to Sensabaugh. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. The three is up. The shot won't fall. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Now here's Collins. Nurkic finds Collins. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Kuzma. Lets it go from 11. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Lillard. He had 22 in the win against the Clippers.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 4. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Here's Sensabaugh. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Lillard. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Pass to Collins. And here's Nurkic. That's tipped. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. Well, there was a moment after Milwaukee swung the Lillard trade where they were viewed as favorites to win it all, Brent.
That moment did not last long, B.A. I mean, that was talk right before training camp because that Lillard trade happened so late in the offseason. These guys just never defensively got themselves back on the same page that they were at the championship level. And until that gets maintained, they could be in the middle of the pack.
And so Trent will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 10-point lead. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's the 3. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Super confident stroke from Giannis. He's hitting those things. It could be lights out.
For Utah, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Clarkson against Porter. Nurkic a screen on Porter. Clarkson passes to Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. Now here's Trent. He shoots it. Clarkson grabs a miss. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Graham?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Now here's Clarkson. No made baskets yet. Nurkic shot is good.
Think about Nurkic and how great it is to see him back on the floor. That horrific leg injury back in March of 2019.
Lillard against George. Pass to Lopez. Off target from outside. Jazz trail by 11. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Juzang. To the inside. Here's Clarkson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 9 points in the game. Trent right side. Inside. It's stolen by Nurkic. Clarkson outside. To the inside. George. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Shooting 2.
That's good from George. A different look for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Clarkson. Bobby Portis has checked in for Milwaukee. Kuzma comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. George hits them both. Now here's Lillard. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. Portis with a screen on George. Pass to Kuzma from the arc. Utah grabs the miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Throws it up high. Collins, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Porter gets the bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row. Jazz
Trail by 13. Pass to Juzang. 1:52 left in the opening quarter. Kessler, a screen on Trent. Out to the right wing. Here's Sensabaugh. Buries it from 3. Sensabaugh's gotten his second bucket on the night.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Milwaukee leading by 10. And here's Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. Takes the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got 8.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. George scanning the floor. Deflected.
How about the reach from Portis there?
And the whistle stops play here. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. Martin, he's checked in for Collins. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Sims, he's checked in for Lillard. George hits them both. 1:05 left in the first. George against Porter. Portis outside. Pass to Trent. Let's go with a three. And it's Martin with the rebound. Jazz trail by 11. And they'll get another chance. From downtown. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it was really their defense that got them the win. They had a plan scripted out, and it worked to perfection.
Well, good defensive game plan, and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
One shot.
Collier, he's checked in for Utah. Jackson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Utah has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Sensabaugh, guarded by Trent. Martin with a screen on Trent. Here's Sensabaugh. And a miss there on the triple. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Bucks on top, up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Jazz trail by 10. They've got Kenyon Martin. He's out there with Walker Kessler, and it's Collier in at the point. That's the group for Utah right now. And he gets it to go.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Milwaukee has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Now Trent. Jackson against Martin. Jackson can't get it to go. Utah shooting 40% so far in this one. Here's Collier, defended by Kuzma. Back to Kessler, pass to Juzang. Martin with a screen on Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Green's checked in for Jackson. Wondering how the West is shaping up? Well, the midseason grind is in full force. Let's check out the standings. You look at the Jazz. They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Porter looks it over. Pass to Trent. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Trent's got 5 points.
Well, if you're not outside, you got to be inside. Nice touch by Gary Trent Jr.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc. but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. Milwaukee, second.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Bucks on D. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Juzang. Here's Sensabaugh. Green covering. Here's Juzang. 6 to shoot. Here's Collier. Porter pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 8. Green, the pass to Porter. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Trent outside. And it's blocked by Martin. In transition, here come the Jazz. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's got 4 points this quarter.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Porter. The Jazz making their last shot. Trent outside. There's the three. The rebound by the Jazz.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Here's Collier, defended by Kuzma. Shot's good by Collier. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. That'll be the third stop of this 4-game trip. Now here's Trent, tightly guarded. Pass to Kuzma. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Kuzma's got 11 points.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the 3.
Here's Collier. 6 points for him. And here's Martin. The 3. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Kessler up top, going inside. Yep, that one goes. Kessler's got his first 2 points of the night.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Outside Porter. Pass to Trent. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Trent's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The Jazz have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Kessler. Here's Juzang. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Great open look there. Sensabaugh's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Here's Porter. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. For 3, Collier. Rebounded by the Bucks. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Trent. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Kessler.
And the coaching staff wanting a little bit more of this from Trent, forcing his way to the line.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him.
Such an important cog in this team's offense when he's on the floor. Trent Jr.'s role is to try to score as much as possible.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Sensabaugh. The Bucks also with a sub. Lillard's checked in. He does not get the second one. Jazz trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Kessler. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma. Milwaukee making a switch here. Jackson is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Lillard with the ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for the Bucks. Clarkson against Lillard. The kick out to Kuzma. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 7. Clarkson outside. And there's a pick. Pass to Collier. Back to Clarkson. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. Clarkson's got 5 now.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Now here's Green. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Lillard. Rebounded by Nurkic.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw for the Jazz. Collins comes in for Kessler. And it's George in for Juzang. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Jackson is checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him, or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can, but inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Now, here's Green. 7 points in the game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Collins with the rebound. Jazz trail by 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the Warriors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
You got to be cautious when you guard Clarkson. He's got a good burst. And when he gets assertive like that, oftentimes will draw a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clarkson.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Utah making a switch here. Sensabaugh's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Now you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Portis with a screen on George. Portis outside. Outside, Green. Over Clarkson. And it's Green missing.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Bucks have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Lillard. George defending. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic just got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Collins, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Lillard right side. Shoots over George. And Lillard gets it to go on the assist by Portis. Lillard's got his second basket.
Yeah, there is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the three, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Jackson. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got 14 points for the game.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Now here's Green. 9 points in the game. Here's Lillard. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in the game.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Milwaukee making some changes. Brook Lopez comes in for Portis. And it's Kyle Kuzma in for Jackson. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Lopez. Lopez, the screen on George. The kick out to Kuzma. 5 to shoot. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Kuzma's got 19 points.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Kuzma. Back to George. Nurkic, a screen on Lillard. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Pass to Sensabaugh. Collins with it. George passes to Collins. To the paint. Here's Clarkson. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
The big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
A minute 22 left in the first half of this one. Green against Clarkson. On the wing, Green. He's got 9. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Utah's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Sensabaugh, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14. Lopez, the screen on George. The kick out to Kuzma. Takes the 3. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. It's George on the wing. Defended by Lillard. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
So much power behind those Nurkic dunks.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
The things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kuzma. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Clarkson against Green. With 4 on the clock. And it's Clarkson missing. And so it's Kyle Kuzma making highlights for Milwaukee. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead at the half. What was the difference?
We got stops. We were out running a little bit. And then we had great spacing against the zone. You know, listen, we started making shots. That always helps.
It sure does. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting? Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. Well, coming back to the game of the night, the Bucks find themselves in a close one.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Kuzma.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Green out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Collins. Lopez passes to Lillard. The kick out to Kuzma. Right wing. Lopez for 3. Knocks down the triple. Lopez has got his first 3 points of the game.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
Pass to Collins. Back to George. Clarkson outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. Fires the 3. And Clarkson with the 3. Clarkson's got 14.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Puts up the 8-footer. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
Not sure there are many players that can match the physicality that Giannis brings.
Jazz trail by 4. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The Jazz have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. George passes to Clarkson. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Kuzma. Nurkic a screen on Kuzma. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Collins. And let's take a look now at the best rebounders in the league this season. 5th on the list, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times the D has no choice but to foul him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Well, if you think that Giannis was going to stop working after he won a title, what do you think he's going to do in the years that they don't? This guy continues to be one of the hardest workers in the NBA.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. George outside. Shot clock at 5. Utah with another miss.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Kuzma finds Green. And here's Lopez. It's stolen by Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. 14 points for him. For three, George. The shot misses.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Count it.
They're really working the paint now.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Kuzma to win the drought. Kuzma with the defensive effort. The Bucks leading by 10. Pass to George. Collins inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Collins inside. Antetokounmpo covering. Shot clock at 6. Clarkson for 3. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 17. Back to Lopez. Three-pointer. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Sensabaugh. 14 points for him. Pass to Clarkson. Over Green. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 9 rebounds now. Here's Kuzma. And another miss by Milwaukee. Jazz trail by 7. Now Clarkson. Three-pointer. Here's Collins. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Collins has got 5.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint, quick and athletic, able to corral the miss.
Pass to Lillard. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now Collins. George for 3. Hits a three-pointer. And now just a 2-point Milwaukee lead.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And here's Lopez. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. And here are the Jazz. It's been 8 unanswered for them. It's George on the drive. Can't knock it down from the right block.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Nails it from 3. Kuzma's got 24.
And connecting from the corner spot, you got to guard Kuzma from out there.
Jazz trail by 5. Clarkson outside. The 15-footer. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 4th assist with that last one.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Juzang, he's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. The Bucks also with a sub. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Green. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 14. Kuzma outside. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 3. Down low. Pass to Collins. Here's Juzang. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Juzang's got his second bucket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Antetokounmpo with it. Now Lopez. Now Lillard. Uncovered. That one falls. Lillard's got his third basket on the night right there.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Here's Juzang, defended by Kuzma. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. And it's tied up with that one. Lillard with the ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Lopez. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Juzang. On target from range. Juzang's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
The Bucks trail by 3. Now here's Lillard. Inside, Antetokounmpo. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the Jazz with possession. They're on an 18-5 run. Lopez against Nurkic.
Nurkic plays with a little bit of that edge, a little bit of moxie, and that toughness is something the teammates can rally behind.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That's good from Nurkic.
Yeah, someone who has battled injuries. Great to see Yusuf Nurkic out there tonight.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Martin's checked in. Nurkic hits them both. Here's Lillard. He's got 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the right side. Lopez against Nurkic. Clock at 6. The teardrop. And Kuzma the bucket on the assist by Lopez. Lopez has got 3 assists tonight. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 20-7 run. Nurkic a screen on Lillard. Here's Collier. No luck on that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Here's Lillard. The layup misses. Utah leading by 3. For 3, Collier. Here's Collins. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. Fires the 3. The putback. Oh, the foul by Giannis. And it's Utah with the ball. Here's Juzang. 10 points for him. This one for 3. Giannis with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 1:56 left in the third. That evens the score. Lopez has got 6 here in the quarter.
That's a big shot from Lopez. His accuracy from behind the three-point line is really impressive.
Utah shooting just about 43% in the third. To the inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's his first trip to the line. That one's off. A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Springer in for John Collins. And he can't hit the second. Well, Milwaukee's shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Porter, the pass to Trent for the lead. Utah grabs the miss. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Here's Collier. He's got 6. Pass to Kessler. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kessler's got 7 points.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The Bucks trail. Lillard outside. To the wing, right side. Now Jackson cuts off the pass. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Right wing. Here's Kessler. Porter pulls it in. The Bucks shooting about 47% on the third. Pass to Lillard. Back to Porter. And there's the screen. Here's Trent. The 3 is up. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Trent's shot is off. A tight game here in Utah.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Here's Porter. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. Good shot.
And that one misses. It's blocked. Tie game here in Utah. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Walker Kessler out there with Kenyon Martin. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then there's Collier, and it's Juzang in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now here's Trent. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. 3-ball from Lillard.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. Pass to Juzang. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Lillard passes to Portis. Outside, Green. Over to the left wing. Here's Juzang. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. And here's Lillard. Dane goes in. Jackson for 3. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort from the wing. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. And the Jazz lead by 1. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Now Green. Jackson right side. Pass to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Portis for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Martin outside. Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Lillard. Here's Collier. Martin outside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Portis. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Jackson outside. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Collier, defended by Lillard. Here's Juzang. The rebound by Jackson. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Pass to Trent. Beyond the arc. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 7 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Juzang. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Clarkson's checked in for Mikhailuk. Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Porter Jr. comes in for Trent. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. The Bucks leading by 3. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Green. The three. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Lillard against Clarkson. Three-pointer off the mark. The Bucks have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Releases. A nice shot by Lillard. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance. That's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
Pass to Kessler. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 8 now. Down low. They swipe it. Martin with the ball. Easy jumper from very short distance. Martin's gotten his first basket of the night.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Porter, the pass to Portis. Lillard outside. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebounded by Juzang. And that one falls for Clarkson. Utah making a switch here. Utah trailing here. George with it. Clarkson outside. To tie it up. And he sinks the layup. Clarkson's got 11 points here in the second half.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Lillard. Out to Portis. Over Kessler. Portis' shot is off. Utah's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. To take the lead, here's Collins. Tipped.
The timing from Porter Jr. on the rejection, you couldn't ask for better defense from him.
Hits the trifecta. Lillard's got 8 here in this quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Clarkson. From outside the arc. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
The Bucks have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Lillard against George. And here is Green. Launches it. Utah grabs the miss. Collins has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Clarkson. From deep. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
And here's Milwaukee now. Porter, the pass to Portis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Now here's George. Six on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. Rebounded by the Bucks. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Portis, the pass to Lopez. Now Lillard. Lopez, the screen on George. Back to Lopez. Outside Porter. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Collins outside. Back to George. Pass to Kessler. Now George. Defended by Lillard. Kicks it out to Clarkson. The three-pointer off the mark.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Porter, the pass to Portis. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got his third assist of the night.
And a good release there as Portis in that tight corner for three.
Here's Collins. Back to George. Pass to Kessler. Now here's Clarkson. Over Porter. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Porter's shot is off. Jazz trail by 5. They need this. And George with the jam.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Green. It's stolen by Clarkson. Here's Collins. Clarkson outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Kevin Porter.
And Clarkson never takes his foot off the accelerator. He puts pressure on defenses and gets these type of calls.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Kessler. Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Milwaukee. Kuzma comes in for Porter Jr. And that one falls for Clarkson. And so Clarkson nails both of them. Here's Green. Lillard left side. The shot from 20 feet out. Here's Lopez. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Keontae George.
Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good.
Just remarkable as the game has evolved. So has Brook Lopez. You have that reliable three-point shooting ability that has become such a weapon of his.
And Lopez drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Collins outside. Can't tie it up. That one misses. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Lillard. Lopez, the screen on George. And here's Green from the arc. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Clarkson for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Now here's Lillard. Green with the ball. And Clarkson picks him up defensively. Back to Green. Puts up a three. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating to tie it up. And it's Clarkson missing. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
First one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Utah shooting at about 44% so far. Inside. Here's Nurkic. Rebounded by Green. The Bucks leading by 4. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo fighting through the contact.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
And it's Utah with the ball. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Steps back. Green against Clarkson. George outside. Nurkic a screen on Lillard. 4 on the clock. George. Utah with another miss. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 13-4 run. And now we've got an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clarkson against Green. Clarkson outside. Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. Collins finds George. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
So Milwaukee wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Dame, a strong defensive effort for you guys tonight. What was the key?
Our communication has been much better. Our effort has always been there, but now we're doing it smarter. We recognize in play calls, we playing players' tendencies. You know, we just playing much smarter. And I think that's half the battle, you know, especially when the effort is there. And we've been on top of things. You know, we came out and took the challenge, and that's where we was able to separate ourselves.
That's the experience paying off. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And now, time for our player of the game, Kyle Kuzma.